These are the best Minecraft mod packs of 2024 that you've probably never heard of before. From RPG mod packs with quests and magic, to even tech mod packs for complete automation, you're gonna absolutely love these. This mod pack is focused on balance, be it combat, exploration, magic, or tech. It's pretty much got it all. There's quests which have a very rich campaign storyline which is built up using the mods in the pack. This storyline is called the Void Invasion, and it's basically unlocked progressively as you play in this pack. There's also a custom talent tree, which is kind of like an MMORPG style talent system like World of Warcraft, which lets you make your own builds, kind of like Diablo or Path of Exile, and you can practically make your own class with this. The mod pack features a custom hotbar, GUI interface, altered textures, and much more, just like the custom main menu has. And also people who are looking for better combat. Ironically, the better combat mod is actually part of this pack too, which really greatly improves the fighting in it. Also, there is enhanced world generation with this pack because there's over 1,000 complementary structures to explore across a ton of new biomes that they've added. And some of these structures also have some really awesome bosses inside too. And with the tech mods in this pack, you literally have at your fingertips options available to automate practically everything. And also there's Ad Astra 2, which I did a mod showcase on a little while ago, which lets you reach space and explore other planets and galaxies if that's what interests you. There's also 9 additional different dimensions which are completely separate from the Ad Astra mod, which means that you can actually explore different worlds, all which have varied content in comparison to each other and completely different vibes to them. This mod pack features an immersive and difficult horror experience with custom content, linear progression, a final boss, an insanity meter which adds a heightened level of fear, and a custom tailored shader for that extra level of immersion. The campaign in this pack basically follows an unknown entity which has corrupted the world, which is spreading its malevolence. You have to progress through a series of 5 different chapters which involves restoring the light to the Aether before the corruption spreads. With over 100 different mods to enhance the vanilla game, you can expect a lot from this particular pack. From quality of life mods, visualistic changes, added ambience, and more. This pack also runs perfectly on a modded fabric server if you do want to play on multiplayer, which is a huge plus for it. I am just going to generally show some gameplay of this pack because it's easier to show you rather than just speak words about it. This quest in mod pack reminds me of Forever Stranded in a sense that it basically pits you to survive in a really harsh desert climate. It features a completely custom world built from the ground up, which comprises itself of custom structures, some which are actually presented with a young structures mod. There's also thirst and temperature, which are completely brand new survival metrics to actually heighten the survival experience to make it much tougher. And it introduces not only custom recipes but also the option to automate a whole bunch of processes to make things much easier for yourself. This pack is focused heavily on the elements of exploration and also customization. The mod pack is also heavily progression focused, making use of adventure coursing through a series of different dimensions. And it utilizes its main flagship mod, which the whole mod pack is actually built around, which is called Mine and Slash, and it aims to bring RPG features and a linear progression system into Minecraft, with the idea of leveling your character, finding loot, and then also expanding your powers with customizable skills. Crafting weapons, scrolls, cooking food, and brewing potions are fully integrated with this Mine and Slash mod system. You basically start off by selecting your starter class in this pack, and then you level it up using the ever expanding talent tree available to you. Each level provides more base stats, new skills, passive abilities, and talents. For example, you could play as a blood mage, an archer, a summoner, a low life critical hit melee berserker, or devote your life to the arcane as an elementalist. You basically choose your path, and you can make them really complex like those examples I actually explained. You can augment your character with things called support gems, which basically drop as loot, and these enhance your abilities, like giving the fireball spell or totems enhance greater power. The questing framework in this pack is none other than the FTB quest system, which basically adds over 250 missions for you to follow, so there's a lot to do. Starting from the prologue quest as an introduction, followed by the main campaign acts. Side quests also give you a taste of technology, and they allow for exploration of the other sides of the game while straying away from the main path. Terralith is the main mod which is responsible for the beautiful terrain generation in this particular mod pack. with a plethora of amazing different structures and some deep dark dungeons to course through. Not to mention a lot of different mobs and creatures which are added from the likes of Alex's mobs, mutant monsters, illager invasion, and many more popular mods which you'll be aware of in this niche. Using waystones, you can also quickly travel from point A to point B around your world for an easy fast travel system, and these can be found in the brand new overhauled villages which have been upgraded too. But if you don't like walking or generally being on foot, you can saddle up on the Chocobo mounts for some Final Fantasy fun. Get used to dying a lot in this pack by what's in the dark and also what's in the light. Hone your skills, acquire abilities, and forge gear to go from hunted to becoming the hunter. The multi-chapter questline, which is built around the End Remastered mod, basically covers finding the eyes and then finally defeating the dragon boss in the end. This is the final stage after going through the 5 dimensions and slaying 17 other bosses before reaching the endpoint. The custom class and subclass system in this pack brings 6 main classes along with 14 subclasses, and each class has its own unique pet, passive abilities, and subclass synergies. 14 subclasses each have their own special skill trees, starting kit, and passives. The huge skill tree basically lets you acquire points across 20 different trees covering magic, to archery, to crafting, and much more. At nighttime though, there's also a much higher risk to reward profile, which basically means 2 times the loot and also 2 times the danger. These monsters also drop special coins which you can then spend in the in-game shop. The pet and summon system is also really cool in this pack because it lets you tame and summon any mob in the game, yes, even monsters. You can also do lots of different parkour moves now with the enhanced movement, as well as wall jumping and combat rolls. These can be combined with a grapple hook and paraglider for some serious movement. The bounty system is something which I really like too because it lets you get great rewards for slaying enough of a certain type of mob, including high value targets, mini bosses of sorts. You can basically hunt for huge coin reward payouts. And let's also admire the world generation with some crazy looking biomes, vegetation, flora, and amazing new locations for a completely enhanced world. The idea of this pack is to convert Minecraft into a total first-person shooter game, and it has everything you'd expect from new vehicles, a diverse armament of guns and firearms, and other accessories too. Now the main mod which fuels this, which you'll be happy to hear about, is the beloved Vix Modern Warfare mod, which adds many different RPGs, rifles, pistols, shotguns, snipers, explosives, and much more, all with amazing models and sound effects. And also if you want to build some furniture in your compound, thank Mr. Crayfish for his furniture mod for this one. This mod pack is all about going through the many evolutions of time. For example, we'll start off from humble beginnings of the Stone Age, then to the medieval age, and all the way to the modern era with all the latest guns and suites. This mod pack is for maximum fun. We're talking nukes, bombs, tanks, rifles, jet planes, helicopters, and everything that goes boom for some serious fun. Prepare yourself, raid the tomb, and fight the Horde. First, gather some resources, build your weapons, forge alliances along the way, and prepare for the perilous infestation that's the Sculk Horde. The Sculk Horde is the powerful enemy that you have to face in this pack, but before you try to unleash it, make sure you're ready. Once you are, raid the Sculk Tomb, which is found at the bottom of the world. Fight your way through this new dungeon, plunder its loot, and then unleash the horrors of this plague onto the world, and see what happens next. Once unleashed, it will basically consume everything living in the world. You'll have to use every tool, weapon, and infrastructure that you have to fend it off, and only the strongest will survive this assimilation. Featuring mods like Cray, its core Sculk Horde mod, which is built off Terralith, refined storage, and better combat, this one has some serious action, and it's also a big challenge. The idea here is to progress through a ton of quests to become the ultimate engineer or the arcane mage. You begin on an unfamiliar island which is floating in the sky, and you start off with a quest book which covers all the trials which you must face. The barren and small island only has a chest and a crafting table, but it's enough to start out and get a roll on in terms of progression. Inside you'll find an oak seed and just a few simple basic tools, and you can then plant a tree for a source of wood as you set out to try and survive from absolutely nothing. And that's the top 10 best Minecraft mod packs of 2024, which you've probably never heard of. Most of these are new ones, and most of them are untapped and severely underrated, and you definitely need to go and check them out right now. All the links to these Minecraft mod packs to download them will be linked in the description down below. Click on the link, go ahead and try them for yourself. But before you leave the video, smash the like button and subscribe, because we're going to be bringing some crazy stuff in 2024, and I'll see you soon.